Hello, YouTube. Hello, friends. Okay. Here we are again doing another live. Yay! My favorite thing. Not, not so much. But I have to talk about this. And for those of you who don't know me, my name's Elizabeth. On my channel, we talk about mainly a lot of recovery, addiction, but we also talk about the spiritual laws and principles, such as the law of attraction, prosperity, abundance, and any branches of that, like making money online, going to work for yourself, things like that. And so I don't try to get too political on my channel. I'm not a political person. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I kind of consider myself an independent. However, I do find myself siding more on the Democratic side just because the Republicans are for the rich and I'm not rich. So, it just makes me like, 98% of the rest of America. So, but today I have to talk. I have to talk about the stimulus check stuff. This is so frustrating. Like, not even frustrating. It's just outright got me pissed off. This whole, I'm so tired of this coronavirus shit. Just tired of it. I just found out the other day that, I don't know if it was one of Trump's people got caught on a mic when he didn't know people were listening, saying, oh, well, we're all vaccinated anyway. Come to find out, they've had a vaccine for this coronavirus since 2019. And I've already talked about before on my channel how a week before this whole thing broke out in Wuhan, China, that the scientists were talking about, they were in this big conference room. There was some video that leaked of them talking about the great experiment that was getting ready to go on, where they were going to kind of determine how ready is everyone for this thing. So, I'm already peeved about the whole situation anyway. And I don't like to get political and talk about those things on my channel because I'm all about bringing people together and love and unity and, the things that we have in common. And I don't even want to say that this is political, really, because it's really just about being a good fucking person. Just being decent human beings. It's not about even politics with me. It's about, let's be decent human fucking beings, okay? And the stimulus check shit is just outrageous, okay? And let me just prerequisite this by saying that Europe is giving their people $3,000 a month. They've been getting it and are getting it. $3,000 a month they are giving their people for 6 to 12 months. It's somewhere in that range. Forgive me for not knowing the exact time. But at the end of that 6 or 12 months, or in between there, whatever it is, they're going to reevaluate. The same thing with Canada. Canada is giving their people $1,400 a month for 4 months, and then they're going to reevaluate. But not here in this country, not in the supposedly the greatest country on this planet. They're still in talks, and there's all these proposals bouncing around. Meanwhile, 40% of the 38 million people who have applied for unemployment still haven't gotten it. And that's all nice and fine and dandy that you're giving, everybody an extra $600 a week to stay home because you don't want them going to work. But then you actually got to give it to them. Because right now, 40% of 38 million Americans, that's 16 million people who have not gotten their unemployment. And I'm one of them, by the way. 16 million people have not gotten their unemployment. And they were talking about these rent and mortgage freezes. It hasn't happened. So the rents are due. June 1st is in, 3 or 4 days? I don't know if this month goes to the 30th or the 31st. Anyway, it's soon. And where is the Senate? They're out on yet another, what do they call it? State work period. It's another fucking vacation is what it is. They're out on a fucking vacation when people's rents are due and they don't have their unemployment and the first stimulus check is way gone. So Senator Thom Tillis, and he's the North Carolina senator. That's why I picked him. I live in North Carolina. And all your buddies, this is bullshit. Not only are you out for this week when people's rents are due and they don't have any money, you just had one of these state work period weeks last month. And then you son of a bitches have got another one planned for next month? Are you fucking kidding me? Absurd. Absolutely fucking absurd. I'm sorry. I know I'm on a tangent because this is highly upsetting. Highly upsetting. Where are the damn checks? What y'all should be doing is going ahead and just getting out another $1,200 stimulus check instead of all the proposals, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Still do the talks and the proposals, but go ahead and get the other $1,200 stimulus check out with the same one like before with the $500 per kid or whatever. Just get it out. Just get it out. Just get it out. Get it out to people now. Get it out. Do the rent and mortgage freezes for 5 or 6 months, whatever. Get it out. And then go back and finish your talks about, are we going to give them $2,000 a month? Now, I just heard it was proposed, one of the senators proposed this $450 extra a week boost to give people as a credit to go back to work. That is a fan-fucking-tastic idea. Because actually, I'm back to work right now, but there's actually no customers. And I am a freelancer. I'm on commissions. So guess what? I can be sitting my ass at work, but if there's no customers coming in the door, I'm not making any money. Okay? So that extra $450 a week? Yes. Yes. Bring it on. Because I got no problem going to work. I am going to work. I want to work. You know, I haven't gotten I applied for the unemployment when I was out of work, but I never got it. Think I'm counting on that? I'm not counting on that. But the stimulus checks, they need to get done. And American people, we've got to really put the hammer down. And really, I'm sorry, but the senators should not even be, the Senate shouldn't be a career. It shouldn't be what they do is their full-time job. I don't think the senators should be getting paid anything at all, let alone the millions of dollars that they make, plus their high-level health care, and they're allowed to give themselves bonuses and allowed to give themselves certain percentages of raises every year and all this. No, that shit is crazy. What like, what kind of a world are we living in that even makes sense? They shouldn't be getting paid at all. Some people say make them work for, minimum wage or whatever, and be under the same health care plan as Medicaid or whatever, da 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 da. Which that's actually a good plan. If you want to downgrade to that, that's fine. My personal opinion is they shouldn't be getting paid at all. That the Senate should be a volunteer thing. Like they work, they go to work. They're doctors, they're lawyers, or whatever, with jobs, with full-time jobs, just like everybody else. They're in here in the trenches with the rest of us American doing the damn thing, okay? And then they do the Senate thing as they volunteer for it, or they're an elected official, they're elected into it, and it's something that they do as an act of service, and their reward for that is the power that they get from that, because it does give them a level of esteem and authority and power, and they get the nice little perks. They get to eat the free dinners, and they get the free memberships to the golf clubs, because oh my god, the golf club wants to be able to say, guess what, Senator Thom Tillis, he golfs with us, so there's definitely reward in it. But for them to be, and this is why the American people have no power. This is why the American people are suffering the way they are. And most definitely, the Senate should absolutely have to have the same Social Security as everyone else, have the same Medicaid, Medicare, all that. And if they get paid, they get paid the standard minimum wage for their state for that job. Now, they can have their other full-time careers, a doctor, or lawyer, or professor, or whatever it is that they do. But for the Senate side, they get the minimum wage. How freaking fast do you think the minimum wage would go up? I've got a great grandmother. Actually, she's not my great grandmother, but I call her my great grandmother because she's my daughter's great grandmother. So, she's our Gigi. We call her Gigi. She lives on $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month. That's really what it takes. That's what someone should make a week to live, to get by, to be able to pay your rent, just pay your bills and be able to live. And she gets $1,200 a month. And they give her like $16 a month in food stamps or something stupid like that. Okay? And she's on Medicaid, Medicare, which I'm not even going to go into that. That's a whole other video. It's a whole other live. That's my message to Thom Tillis and the Senate. I just, you people, you have some audacity taking all these state work periods, state vacations, whatever, while the American people are hurting, and while we haven't gotten our second round of stimulus checks yet, and while 40% of the American people still haven't gotten their fucking unemployment. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Okay? And then the number 2 thing that I'm on a little tangent about now, I did a video last week about that tracing thing that they're doing, that HR 6666 bill that they passed, like thieves in the night, kind of just slip past us. To read the bill, I really thought, people are like losing their minds about this. Like they're exaggerating. Like it's not that serious. Like y'all need to relax. Y'all need to take a chill pill. That's not what it says. Because from what I read, that wasn't what it said. But I need to recant a bit because I don't know how or where the loophole is or why it's happening. But I actually saw an interview, a news interview the other day where they were interviewing a doctor. He was he had the white coat. I don't know if he's a doctor, nurse, whatever. But they were interviewing him, asking him about that I want to call it skip tracing because that's how they track you down. That's how the creditors find you. They skip trace you. But anyway, they're asking about this HR 6666 bill and kind of how it was going to work. And to see the way he said it, I was like floored. He's like, we're going to test them. We're going to track them down. And we're going to, tell them that they need to be tested. And if they test positive for COVID-19, we're going to provide a place where they can self-quarantine. We're going to, provide this, And the news anchor was like, well, what if they don't want to do it? What if they don't want to go? What if they don't want to take the test, whatever? He says, well, he's like, we're going to make sure that they get tested. We're going to make sure that they, he's like, they're going to do it. And like the way he said it, I was like, holy shit, are you for real? Like they really are going to put you in handcuffs and take you away? People, we are losing our freedoms. It's not even that we're losing our freedoms in this country. We are just through our own ignorance and through our own lack of caring and understanding, we're giving it away. I mean, we're like sheep, Listen, when you go to Walmart or Target or any of these retail stores and you go shopping, the moment that you have paid for your groceries, paid for your items, and they are bagged up, you are now the owner of that property. And nobody has a right to just come up to you and say, hey, let me check your bags. Hey, let me see your receipt. You haven't done anything wrong. You weren't caught shoplifting. You have done nothing fucking wrong. Nothing. And you're walking out of that store after you do your shopping, and the guy in the white coat, yellow coat, whatever, girl, whoever it is, comes up and says, I need to see your receipt. And what do? You go, okay. And you show it. And I know what some of you are thinking, because I did the same thing. This is how I thought. Because at first, when it was happening, I used to tell them, no. And then I thought, Elizabeth, you're being kind of a bitch. All they're trying to do is keep theft down. Like, just help them out. Just, okay, let them. You haven't done anything wrong. You ain't got nothing to hide. So what do you care if they want to look in your bags and look at your receipt? And so I would do it for a long time. I would comply. But here's the problem with that. And this is why I've stopped doing it again. And it is because it's a mindset. It's a mindset. They start out with these little things. Oh, well, first of all, they've got you going and registering your car with the state, okay? A car that you own outright. You bought it. You got the bill of sale. It's yours. But you have to go register with the state. And when you do that, what are you doing? You're actually giving your title to the state. And you're saying, okay, state, now this is your car. And you're registering it with them. And that gives them the right to tow your car, to pull you over, to give you tickets, to give you parking tickets. That gives them the right to turn you into a cash cow for the state, is what it does. And they started doing that many, many years ago, started making you get a driver's license when that was for e-commerce. And the laws today still state that it's for vehicles that are in active business. Commerce vehicles need to register with the state and have a driver's license. You or I, as regular American people, we have a right to have our own vehicle, and we have a right to travel, to do our day-to-day things. That is our right as an American citizen. That's a right. It's not a privilege. It's a right. As a person of God, you know, you have a right to travel just because you were born. You have a right to travel. And so they started doing that many years ago. And we've just turned to that, to where, we didn't even know any better. What do you do when you give the state the child's birth certificate? And you're registering your child with the state. That's why DCF can come in and take your kids in the middle of the night, whatever, because they're really the state's kids, because you registered that child with the state and you gave your child to the state. And the state, basically, you've now said, okay, I'm incapable of taking care of my own children or making my own conscious decisions, so I'm giving my child to you. And then the state then in turn lets you be the ward. Is that right? They let you take care of your own child, basically, is what it boils down to. Okay? The child is the ward of the state, and the state has entrusted you with the care of its child. And then now, you go into the stores and somebody walks up to you and says, let me see your receipt. And you go, okay. Oh, you want to look at my bags? Okay. And it's the same concept. You might have heard this before, because it's the perfect metaphor of the frog in the pot, that you can't throw the frog in the boiling pot, right? He'll hop right back out. But if you put the frog in the nice cold water and you start slowly turning up the heat, he's like, ooh, yeah, it feels good. He's just chilling in there, right? You turn it up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Before you know it, by the time it's too damn hot and the frog's like, oh shit, it's getting a little hot, you can't jump out, his legs are cooked, right? That's what they're doing to us. That's what they're doing to us. And we've got people who are supposed to be in service to us, the senators, the governors, the mayors, all the way to the president. They're supposed to be in service of the people. And we give them power to lead us because they're supposed to be leading us to someplace great, right? They're supposed to be keeping us protected, keeping us safe. And instead, they're taking more and more of our rights away under this guise of safety, okay? How easy is it for them to plan an attack, right? Plant a bomb somewhere, get somebody who's hard up for money and pay them to take the fall, basically, and have a terrorist bombing so that they can turn around with their own agenda and make more laws to keep you down. Now, I know I started with the stimulus check thing and I went on that whole tangent, but this is what this reminds me of. Like, you're fucking taking vacations. You're taking vacations when the people are hurting. And we're paying you to do this. Come on, guys. You know, I just, please. That's it. That's all. Wow, 25 minutes. Yeah, I had a lot to say. That's stuff that, you know, that sits on me. And I don't really, you know, obviously I don't talk about it on my channel because, you know, I try to keep it light and fun and law of attraction and happy and, you know. But there are things that upset me. And I've always been the type that, you know, I don't like a bully. You know, I see someone getting picked on and it makes me angry. I want to, you know, and that's how I feel right now. I feel like the government, the senators, the governors, I feel like they're picking on us. Like they're the big kids on the playground. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. That's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be equal playing field here. And it's gotten so out of hand. And especially when I know that the coronavirus itself was man-made and it was intentionally released on us. This whole situation was intentional. All right. I love y'all. Hope you stayed for the whole video. For those of you who did, I love you very much. My next video should be coming up tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. It's about surrender. I believe that one's about surrender. Pretty good. Oh, no, it's my full confession one. Yeah, tomorrow's video is on my full confession. It's actually a look back. It's a video that I did, I don't know, like a year ago, and it got forgotten about, I guess, or just got missed. And it never got uploaded. And I looked back at it and I was like, wow, like I've come a long way. So anyway, it's always good to kind of look back at where you were. And also let you know, the way I deal with my stuff and the lessons that I learned, and that, you know, as an addict in recovery, you're not always going to get it right, but relapse, even if it's emotional relapse, is part of recovery. Okay? All right. I love you guys so much. See you tomorrow morning. Until then, until next time, namaste. How I always have trouble shutting this thing off at the end of the live. I don't know how to do it. Bear with me. It's telling me I need to turn the, no, I don't want to do that.